Hello, I'm so sorry about the awfulness of the signal today and for having to abandon the lesson. But hopefully this will be useful, and I suppose one advantage of this, you can kind of watch bits back and so on if there are things you kind of want to sort of clarify. But what I'll do in this video, I'll just sort of take you through the finger patterns for the first half of the grade 3 Trinity scales and arpeggios that you printed off. So I'm going to focus on the ones that have 3 flats in, as opposed to the ones that have 3 sharps. So this will deal with E flat major and C minor, both scales and arpeggios. So yes, 3 flats. What are the 3 flats? I'm going to give a really dramatic 10-second pause now for you to say the names of the flats out loud. Go. And I'm sure you got it right. B flat, E flat, A flat. Remember, the sharps go in this order: Father Christmas gave Dad an electric blanket, F, C, G, D, A, E, B. The flats go in the reverse order: blanket exploded and Dad got cold feet, B, E, A. The first 3 of that, hence your scales, your keys that have 3 flats, it's going to be B flat, E flat, A flat. And that key signature, the 3 flat key signature, B flat, E flat, A flat, is shared by these 2 scales, these 2 keys, E flat major and C minor. Another way of thinking of it is that those 2 are the same thing, they're just 2 sides of the same coin, because they've got exactly the same notes in them, until we start mucking around with the minor one and turning it into the harmonic minor, which we'll do in a minute. So E flat major first of all. So dig out the sheet where you've got the E flat major scale printed on it. Now, what I was saying, or trying to say in the lesson before the signal just went completely doolally, all scale fingering boils down to, in essence, to combinations of 2 sets of fingering, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and and the reverse. So on the way up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the way down, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And it's the same on the left hand, just reverse. So 4, 3, 2, 1, or 3, 2, 1 on the way up, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4 on the way down. And the repeating patterns in all these scale fingerings always is made up of those chunks. So a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, repeating for as many octaves as you want to play the passage for. And remember that you're not just practicing the scales to pass an exam. These are super useful for anything you might want to play or improvise in these particular keys, but also when you get to a more advanced level, you cannot do without them. If you haven't got the ability to kind of just basically run up and down the piano in these different scale patterns, then it's a real chore. But if you start getting these really good now with the optimum fingering, you're laughing. So here's the finger pattern for E flat major, and what I would do is write this in pencil along the top of the pink notes, the notes that you play on the scales chart. A final tip: use a different colour for the thumb. You want to make the number 1s stand out, because the key to getting scale fingering really good is to know exactly where you're putting your thumb. So the fingering for E flat major, right hand first. It starts with just finger 2, just to get that first note out of the way. So this is right hand, so finger 2, and then we've got a set of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then a set of 3, 1, 2, 3. Then that pattern just repeats: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and that's your 2 octaves that you need for grade 3. But the reason I like to explain it like this is because if you think of it in those chunks of 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, whichever way you're going, you can play scales for as many octaves as you want. So if we want to do it for several octaves, we get that little kind of chunk at the end, 2 out of the way, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so on and so on, until you run out of piano. The term I used earlier, parallel sets. A parallel set is just a fancy name for a chain of notes which you can play in one hand position. So in this scale, you've got, and in pretty much all scales, you've got these 2 distinct parallel sets. The 1, 2, 3, 4, which is on those notes, and the 1, 2, 3, which is on those notes. So we'll describe that as a parallel set and that as a parallel set. And I'll show you in a minute another good way to practice these to learn the finger patterns really quickly using parallel sets. That finger 2 at the beginning, by the way, the pretentious analogy I like to use to put those into context. Scale fingering is a little bit like tiling. If you sort of a tiled wall, in that you've got these two types of tiles, the 1, 2, 3, 4 and the 1, 2, 3. But sometimes you have just a little, like, you know, kind of an inch left in the corner of the room. So you have to trim one of the tiles just to kind of fill in that awkward little gap. And a lot of scales have got one of those either at the beginning or the end, where you just need an odd finger. Often it's the 5th finger, just to plug the gap. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, forever and ever and ever. So left hand fingering for E flat major is 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it just basically repeats like that for as many octaves as you want to do. And then when you get to the end, when you want to do that final E flat, I just use 2. So that finger 2 is kind of like the cut off end tile again that you use to finish it. So 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Of course, the luxury of the video is you can rewind that and write it in. That will enable you to get them really, really, really fluid. What I would do with these, practice them really, 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 really well hands separately so that you get really comfortable with those finger patterns. I only start putting them hands together when you can do it hands separately without really having to think about it. So C minor, we'll do C harmonic minor, because for your grade you don't actually need to play all the different types of minor, you just need to do one. And we'll do C harmonic minor. So that's the Egyptian-y sounding one where the 7th note is raised up 1. So as we said at the beginning, this scale should have B flat, E flat and A flat in it, but the 7th note happens to be a B flat. So in raising it, you turn it back to a B. So the note that's in a different shade of pink, or it might be orange, on the sheets you've got, that is the B natural, because it would be a B flat, but to do the harmonic minor, you raise it effectively back to a normal B. The fingering for C minor is really easy, because it's the same one you'd use for C major. So with the right hand, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 when you're finished. But remember, that 5 is like the end tile. So if you ignore that, you can repeat the pattern for as many octaves as you want. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand, it starts with the odd tile. Finger 5 is always the odd tile because you never use it more than once in a scale, just because it's nigh impossible to get other fingers over the little finger. So the fingering for the left hand, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So I'll go through that again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And then you can carry that on for as many octaves as you wish. Very quickly with the scale fingering. So with the right hand, this is what I would do for C minor, and I'd write this on the arpeggio ones as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. So again, it's just a repeating pattern for as many octaves as you would like to do. And of course, if you're playing a piece, you know, a really fancy piece with loads of octave passages, you just repeat the same fingering. Left hand fingering for C minor, 5, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So again, notice there's that repeating segment with finger 5 just acting as the, you know, the cutaway bit of tile at the end to make up the gap. E flat major, you don't want to start on your thumb here, because where possible, keep your thumb off the black notes in scales and arpeggios. The only place you have to use them is in the arpeggios where there are only black keys, but you don't need to do those for grade 3. So the fingering I use for the right hand for E flat major arpeggio is 2, and that's the kind of end bit, and then 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Of course, it's exactly the same on the way down. Left hand, I do 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. So 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. But you can see it's the same pattern. 2 on the E flat, 1 on the G, 4 on the B flat, just kind of repeating for as many octaves as you wish. So write those fingerings in, have a practice with them. My advice is when you've written it in, practice it again by watching the video back, just to make sure you've written in exactly what I've been wittering about. Yeah, so a couple of practice suggestions. I would start by practicing them in the chunks, in the parallel sets. It will sound a bit weird, but it will massively speed up how quickly you learn the finger patterns. So for E flat major, for example, I'll put deliberate pauses in between the parallel sets like this. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Because it helps your brain digest the pattern. Another really good way to practice it like that, really, and this doesn't take much time at all. It sounds horrendous, so apologies to the rest of your family. But play the parallel sets as chords. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I was playing, rather than going, I was just playing all of that at once. Because it's all one parallel set, it's all in one chain of fingering, if that makes sense. That's another good way to practice it. When we start putting them hands together, and you can do that once you're sort of confident with it, a really good way to start is to just build it up one note at a time, like this. But I wouldn't worry too much about that yet. Like I say, get to the stage where you can do it effortlessly, hands separately, and it does take a bit of practice, but it will pay dividends, especially in your improvisation, because you'll just be able to do all these kind of these sort of runs and things. It's just basically sort of scales. The better you know the scale patterns, the more fluidly, is that a word? Fluently, that's what I'm going. Fluently, you can kind of do those fancy sort of patterns when you're improvising and stuff. Cool. I hope that's useful. I'll do another one shortly covering these sharp keys, but I just know from experience if I make these videos too long, it's a nightmare uploading them to YouTube. So I'll get that uploaded now and send you a link. Have a really, really, really lovely half term. Enjoy the lovely, lovely sunshine, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye for now.